I am so sick and tired of Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. not getting the credit it deserves. I've been following Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. since the beginning of Season 2, and I think it's a great show. Unfortunately, I discovered that it's been declining in viewership, and it's not nearly as popular as I think it should be. They just barely got their renewal for a 5th season after a spectacular 4th season, and it's a travesty that they had to struggle so hard for a renewal because this show is so good. It has well-rounded characters, amazing writing. The cast has incredible chemistry like no other show I've seen before on and off the set. Again, the stories and writing of this show are amazing. It rivals the movies in my opinion, which brings me to my last point. This show ties into the movies at every opportunity. So, if you've been watching the Marvel movies and you've been following the Marvel Cinematic Universe, you need to watch this show to get bits and pieces that you may have missed along the way. Now, S.H.I.E.L.D. is going on a hiatus until its next season, which premieres in January of next year. That's a long time. So, to do my part to build awareness and raise hype for the show, and also to look back on some of my favorite moments, I'm going to be doing a retrospective series where I go over some of my favorite parts of some of my favorite episodes. Now, my goal here is to get you pumped, and for those of you who aren't S.H.I.E.L.D. fans already, to make you S.H.I.E.L.D. fans so that going into this 5th season, you are ready with the best parts of the show under your belt. And I figured episode 1 would be a good place to start. I mean, it has great cameos from movie characters, as well as introducing all of the characters that we come to know and love in the series. So, without further ado, here is my review of episode 1, the pilot.
Strategic Homeland Intervention, Enforcement, and Logistics Division.
And what does that mean to you?
It means someone really wanted our initials to spell out S.H.I.E.L.D.
Ah, classic Ward. I should mention real quick that there will be spoilers in this video, so if you haven't watched the pilot and you don't want it spoiled, please come back after you've watched it. Now, my first memorable moment in this episode is the big reveal. Coulson is alive.
Welcome to Level 7.
Coulson's death and subsequent sacrifice is what united our heroes in the first Avengers movie, and at that time everyone thought he was dead. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. brings him back in a big, albeit mysterious way to head up his own team of ragtag agents. Coulson's mysterious revival is a huge setup for some of the most interesting stories on this show. Plus, I mean, come on, can you imagine the MCU without Coulson? Okay, moment number 2 is a big one, because it has major implications for the rest of the season, and a good chunk of Season 2. I'm talking about Tahiti. Coulson reveals that following his near-death experience, he was sent to recover in Tahiti, which seems innocent enough until this ominous exchange between Maria Hill and Dr. Stryton.
Tahiti. He really doesn't know, does he?
We could never know.
I mean, come on. He was stabbed through the heart with an Asgardian scepter. Of course there's more to the story. And boy, is it a doozy. Alright, now I'm going to take a moment of appreciation for probably my favorite Season 1 character, the Bus. Along with his shiny new team, Coulson requisitions a mobile command unit to use as a base of operations, and Fury gives him the Bus.
You're really just asking me to drive the bus?
I'm not asking. But it's a really nice bus.
Which is actually a kick-ass plane, fully equipped with everything that a super spy team could ever need. It's a pretty sweet ride, and it only took a spear in the heart to earn it. And hey, while we're on the topic of my favorite S.H.I.E.L.D. vehicles, let's not forget about Lola.
One of Coulson's old S.H.I.E.L.D. collectibles. Flamethrower's world's first GPS. He's mad for this crap.
Don't touch Lola.
Don't touch Lola.
And he calls it a girl's name.
Okay, now on to the most iconic super duo to ever grace our television sets. They may not look like much, but Leopold Fitz and Gemma Simmons are two of the brightest scientists to ever come out of S.H.I.E.L.D. Academy, and boy, are they in for a wild ride in the field. especially in Season 4. Longtime S.H.I.E.L.D. fans, feel free to cry here. Anyways, these two are inseparable, and they are a great example of the unrecognized heroes within S.H.I.E.L.D.
Fitzsimmons.
Fifth.
Simmons. I'm engineering, she's biochem.
Another great plotline introduced in this episode is the mysterious Project Centipede.
What does that look like to you?
A centipede.
It's an intravenous filter for his blood. This goo, sir, very similar to the serum Dr. Erskine developed in the 40s for the...
Super soldiers.
So yeah, this stuff is bad news, especially in the wrong hands, which of course it is. But how can we talk about Project Centipede without mentioning the project poster child, Mike Peterson? Mike Peterson is a well-meaning guy trying to do right by his son after falling on hard times. Unfortunately, Project Centipede is about to complicate things for him.
You and me, what are we?
Routine.
That's right. So, who do you...
S.H.I.E.L.D's objective in this episode is to neutralize Peterson and learn more about his superhero cocktail. In the end, Mike and our friends from Coulson's team meet in a standoff at a train station, which brings me to my last memorable moment from this episode. Coulson's perspective on heroes. And he's right, that's the whole point of this show, focusing on the Marvel heroes that work in the shadows, without unlimited power and resources, to do what's right and fight for what they believe in. The Avengers are great, but in my opinion, Coulson's team represents the true spirit of the MCU. Unexpected heroes doing the right thing at the right time.
You're right, Mike. It matters who you are.
Oh, and I have one more. When Skye joins the team, Lola literally lifts off of the ground and flies off into the sunset. Not a bad way to end the first episode.
10 minutes.
The tide is rising.
Hey, thanks for watching my review of Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Episode 1, The Pilot. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. I'll be making more of these as the summer goes on, and if they're received well, I might branch off into other series as well. Thanks for watching, and see you again in the next video.